Hello, glorious Facebook friends and beautiful people who are drawn to a message like this. I know if you clicked on this live with a title like Your Imagination is the Gateway to the Multidimensional Realm, you have access to inner magic and you believe in magic as well. So welcome. I am so excited to just share a little bit more about how the imagination is actually one of the most misunderstood tools that we have at our disposal that the collective has squashed in humanity, really to keep us from accessing our true power. So I bet you heard this as a child. That's just your imagination. Don't worry about it. That's not real. Stop imagining things. What those words did was twofold. One, when you were a kid and someone told you to stop imagining things, they were telling you that it wasn't real. The things that you were seeing, feeling, sensing, experiencing. And that really stopped you from feeling confident in your own senses and your own inner authority. And it also taught you that imagination is something that is not to be trusted. Your imagination in these cases was often your intuition, supporting you in being able to connect to the subtle realms, to the astral realms, to the realms that are less physical, but just as real. So when we have been told to stop imagining things, we shut down our creativity. And our creativity is part of our capacity for creation and manifestation and alignment and magic. Just think about it. Every single thing that someone has ever made, from an airplane to a movie theater to, a piece of jewelry, began in the imagination. Your imagination is a portal to the quantum realm and to many astral realms and causal and mental realms that are dimensions that are accessible with our consciousness. Everything already exists in these realms. And so when you're imagining something, you're not actually conjuring it up out of nowhere. You're pulling it from the infinite quantum field. And through your imagination, which is your gateway to the multidimensional realm, you're able to take it from the quantum field into your mind level. And then if you allow yourself to, quote unquote, indulge the imagination, you might be able to pull your creativity through and actually make it something tangible, right? Everything starts in the infinite quantum, in the unseen. And it is your imagination that taps into it to pull it into your awareness. And then you get to decide as a conscious creator, do I want to do something with this idea, with this fantasy, with this imagination? Do I want to take it and make it a piece of art, make it poetry, make it a decision? Or do I just want to leave it in that realm? But in the infinite all that is, it's already there. We're already pulling it through. So with all the light that is coming in right now, my last live, by the way, was about this. All of the light codes that are streaming in right now from the cosmos, the ones that are being emitted from the earth, the ones that are being emitted from our heart, they're evolutionary. And they have this beautiful capacity to upgrade our access to the multidimensional realms right now. They have a beautiful access capacity if we allow ourselves to fully receive them. So we get the activations and we get the upgrades and we let ourselves spend time integrating them in stillness. It's going to give us a more amazing capacity to utilize our imagination to access the quantum, to access all of those subtle realms, the ones that we can't see as easily with our eyes. And when we do that, our imagination is the biggest part of it. So I'm going to do a free masterclass next week, right after Easter, after all of the rebirth, renewal, and resurrection codes are really anchored in, because that's what's in the consciousness field at this time. We're going to go, what do we do with this? What do we want to do with all of this potential, with all of this capacity to create that we have? The very first thing that we get to do is start to unlock our imagination, which is accessible through the mind level, but also through the body, also through our other senses, both the physical ones and the clair senses, like your intuitive senses, your psychic senses. And I always find, as somebody who works in this multidimensional realm, as a mystic, as someone who can tap in with all of those psychic senses, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, clairalience, clairgustance, like depending on any of the senses like taste, touch, smell, knowing, seeing, feeling, just in that astral or multidimensional or subtle realm, those get blended up into concepts that I'm able to interpret through my imagination. It took a whole lot of reprogramming myself to begin to trust what I was seeing and feeling enough to be able to share it with people, to the point that it gave me the confirmation that I was like, I'm not actually making this stuff up. I'm not actually making it up. And the imagination was the funnel. Like, we don't have any other way to interpret multidimensional data. We have to use our imagination to put the pieces together and to make it into something that has meaning for us. Without the imagination filter, it's just data out there. Our imagination takes it and puts it together, and we go, oh, I think this means this. It's just the computer, really, in our brains that helps us take the data that we are actually able to pull from the multidimensional and translate it into something that is for us to play with, to explore. But we started saying that our imagination wasn't real and it didn't matter and it was a bad thing. Maybe we didn't start saying that, but people started telling us that when we were kids. And it shut down our innate capacity to connect with these realms. So if you want to unlock your creation potential, your manifestation capacity, your ability to use your intuition to align with all of creation, with your highest self, with the highest good of all, and connect with your soul, with the energies of the elements and the earth and the all that is, your imagination is the tool that is going to get you there. So as part of the Luminous Evolution Masterclass experience that I am doing, which is really more of an experiential workshop, play shop, where we're going to do some talking and some like actual exercises to experience what I'm saying, you're going to play and start to unlock this capacity and see what it can do when we fully let ourselves play in, explore, and trust our imagination. The multidimensional realms open up for us to really explore. And it's going to be a really beautiful adventure. So this is an expansion of energy work. This is an expansion of creative expression. This is an expansion of your capacity to manifest. It all ties together into where it is that we are going as humans, which is beings who are aware of who we actually are, expanding all of our senses to see, feel, hear, know, trust, and connect with more of reality so that we can be conscious creators. we are going to do that in a really fun way. So I hope you can join me. The registration link is just above. It is going to be intuitively guided. It's been a while since I've played tour guide, but the last connection that I had with people in this way, outside of my membership and with my client sessions, was in elemental prosperity. And when I tell you that we aligned with abundance consciousness and people moved their entire being out of scarcity into the frequency of abundance, sometimes for the first time ever, and connected with everything in these activations, like, it was profound and it was life-changing. There's going to be some of that, but we're going to build on it. We're going to move and go, now that we can access this abundance consciousness realm, how high can we fly? How much light can we emit from our hearts, and how much better can it get? So I hope to see you there. If you've got questions, drop them here, or you can message me, and I will talk to you soon.